So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Throwing Love. Completed over the middle. And he eats a huge hit as he tries for the marker. Almost nothing after the catch that time, Brock. It's going to be 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. And the fair catch made here at the 15. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll throw it. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
To throw here on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go, sack.
Plowing up the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. 4th down coming up. Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
I'm sure, Kate, that the coaches would prefer he not flirt with disaster on the return. There's no additional damage done, however, this time. Fortunately, get the ball back, and everyone could breathe just a little bit easier.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Love now. He's got the hook up to Ingram. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down throw. Here's Love. This is hauled in by Ingram. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Now a give running right. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to the well again. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
To the air with Love. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
To return, Jerome Ford. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd and 14 now. Caught quickly on the slant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They go play action on first. Finds a seam down the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
He'll throw it yet again. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
On gain of 9, brings up 3rd and 1.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football.
Here we go.
They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Go.
Back to throw. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First down from the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. Setting up a throw. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Bend. Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
19 tight. Go.
He's dropping back to throw. Ooh, that looked like a pick for a second, but it hits the end zone grass. They are very fortunate to get this one back, but now they've got 4th down. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Complete, it's Ingram. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, past midfield. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Play fake. It's Love. Throwing deep for the end zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He picks up 8 on the run, and now they're going to have 3rd and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Here we go, set. Check.
They'll run here following the penalty. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
All right, here we go. Second down.
Set.
They've got a man in motion. Continuing to move past the 45. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going nowhere there. Add that to what's been a tough afternoon for him. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Bronco switch. Trap 60.
He's going to throw this one. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on. Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Kicks the handoff, now low. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down, ball at the 36. Here's Love to throw. Escapes out to the left. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play. And now they have a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. He's across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Ford on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Play action on first down. Shakes himself free. On the move, looking deep down the middle. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Picked off, Brandon Jones. And the Broncos get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get more points to end a lopsided first half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos push their lead to 18. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Ford on the return. This return makes it up to the 25.
Okay, ready?
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Let's go now. Warrior 70. Go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's trying another one deep. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And that'll bring up second down.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, well, it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough to make an adjustment in time.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Now a give on the counter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
18
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That's marked as a real short punt, only 23 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over.
On the set.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Go.
Right up the gut. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
The give here on 2nd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's got a man left. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Koo able to put it through. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Here's Ford on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set up.
They go play action here. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Buffalo 18. Check go.
Throwing now off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
That right there is one of the biggest differences between the NFL and college game. Heck, the high school and Pop Warner game. Because when you break away from a sack at those lower levels, big things happen. But at this level, this big boy league, just because you get out of one guy's arms doesn't mean you're safe anytime soon.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He fires one deep down the middle. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. The Cowboys setting out their punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It'll be a punt of 41 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense.
Got it. Ready?
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah.
Love looking to pass. Completed over the middle. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Ford on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Juke the defender. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Offense in the hurry-up here. Going to the ground again on first. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw it on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Ready, set. Come back, team. Come back, team. Ready, ready. Check go.
Back now, pressure on its way. Taking a deep shot here. And in for the Dallas touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll run the counter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Love now to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. At the Love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Here's Ford on the return. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go!
Off the play fake, he's gonna throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Pass play coming here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, it'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Broncos football, and they should be able to coast right through this. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos continue piling it on here in the 4th. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Working quickly here. Desperation time here on fourth. That's cut beyond the marker. The 30. The 10. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys making the scoreboard look a touch better. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Now, I know that's one of his favorite routes to run, Brock, but that has got to be one of a quarterback's favorite throws to make as well, right? Drop it in over the defender and take the lid off the D for 6.
Because it is so simple. It's something that these two have done and thrown together for years and years. Maybe not to each other, but since Pop Warner. They've been running the go route. Just run right by him, and if you're even, you're leaving, and I'm going to drop it right over the top.
The Cowboys all ready for the kickoff, and here we go once again. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. He's got it deep downfield. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
A lot of grass ahead. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos keep running away with this. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming. Pass play now. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th and forever coming up. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Oh, no. They get him yet again. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And he's going to take a knee. And they'll kneel this down. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. And they'll take a knee. A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. And he's going to take a knee. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15.
Let's go now. 18 rather. 18 rather. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hut, hut.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
He's going to push one deep down the right. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that 1st down. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check go.
They'll try and throw it here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He's going deep. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Brought in right side. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Unlock line. Unlock. Ready?
Here's a handoff up the gut. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos 1st down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. And they'll kneel this down.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Fourth down now. Another kneel would stop the clock and turn it over. Let's see what they do here. So the Broncos ride out of here with a win on the road. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.